Hi, Patrick. I've been looking at your course, and first of all, you've done a great job providing a variety of resources and a good variety of assignments. And I'm very impressed by that because I know there was a lot of material out there to shift through. A couple of things that are really related to ADA compliance and also to the usability of the course, how easy it is for students to get there, get around. First of all, um, it's fine for you to use and highlight with one color like red, but a screen reader will not know that it's highlighted unless it's boldface too. So I'm going through, and anywhere you have something in red, I am highlighting it and boldfacing it. The other thing that I've done is a screen reader, not a screen reader, but so for our students that need to use a keyboard to navigate the page, if you don't use the bulleted lists, um, you know, formatted in the text box, then they can't go through the reading in the right order. So what I did is I took your lists where you had manually typed out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I am going through and I am deleting those numbers that you typed. I'm highlighting them, and then I'm just using I'll show it to you real quick, the bullet function, just like you would use in Word. So eventually this will pop up. There we go. So, and also anytime you have a list of anything, to ensure that the keyboard will go in the right order, if you bullet it with one of the bullet functions, either the numbers or the dots. The other thing is that when a screen reader reads a web link, if you type out the web link and make the link to that web link, it reads it twice. So it's going to read https://www.youtube.com watch $y equals. It'll read that twice to the student. So what we do instead is we give it a name. And what I did is I just went to the YouTube videos and I'm just copying and pasting the name. And if you look at this link here, when you actually look at the link, there's the URL that you had, and the text to display, doesn't matter what the title is. The text to display is just the name of the video. And that way, what it will do is it will recognize that it's a video, and it will just read the name of the video and not all that gobbledygook, because some of those, addresses are crazy. They don't make any sense. But this way, the student that needs to have a screen reader read it will know what it is that they're going to go to. And I also make sure that it says new window so that it doesn't open up in the same browser and get them confused. The other thing I noted is that you had put them in tables. So when you start using tables, then you have to format the tables too for a screen reader. So it's easier to just pull them out as links in a bulleted list. And that way you don't have to worry about doing everything you have to do for the table. Tables should really just be used to display text, like list of data or whatever. So I just pulled them out and copied them and bulleted them under watch both of these videos here. Now there's something else that you may notice is that I've kind of reorganized the way you displayed the information. And I've got two possible ways for you to display your information. Right now, you're starting with a description of this folder by telling them what their learning objectives are, and I did tweak those a little bit so that they used a action verb, so students will know exactly what they have to do, because understand and learn is really vague and they don't know how they would demonstrate that to you. But if they need to learn what government is, they can show you that by defining it or describing it or writing an essay about it or whatever. So I tweaked those just a little bit. And I just said, upon completing this module, you'll be able to do these things. And so basically, anything that was a question, I made it into an action verb sentence. And anything that said students well, I just got rid of will be able to and just started with the actual verb of what they would do. And I put that first so they would know exactly what to be looking for when they're doing their assignments. And I bulleted the list of assignments, which you've got a great variety. I really like that. Although you may consider, and I can do this for you, taking this information and putting it inside the folder where all the assignments are, so that when they're scrolling, they don't have to go into the folder to find the rest of the assignments, that everything is in one place. So what I did is I made an example for you. So instead of putting this stuff on the front of the folder, what you would do is you just write a sentence saying what this folder is going over. And then when you open it up, you've got the module assignment overview, which was exactly what we had on the front. And it's in the order that you list the assignment. So you've got the Democratic Republican ideal that they need to do, the videos that they need to do, and the quiz that they need to do. And you've done a really good job giving examples and giving really good instructions as to what to do with these items. I will make 2 suggestions. When Dean Byington looks at this, he is probably going to say that you need to give some kind of description as to what these videos are about. So you may need to, put a hyphen and say, this video is really interesting and you should really focus on this information. We can do that now, or we can wait till he tells you to do that. The other thing is, that you have several PowerPoints, and I am going through and making these ADA compliant so they all show up green. Some of them aren't. So like there was one in this one, and in Module 2 there was 2 out of the 4, so I'm fixing them. But since they're PowerPoints and we have students with low bandwidth issues, you may want to save these as PDFs, and you can attach them as well to this topic, and give them the option of printing out the PDF or downloading the PowerPoint. The PDF will be a lot smaller file, and it'll be easier for your students to download it to a phone, for example, because many of them are using phones. And Dean Byington will probably suggest that you do that as well. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have the PowerPoints, but you can have all 4 here. And that'll be fine. And you can just say something very simple like, you may download the PowerPoint or the PDF version of the lectures above. Just that simple. All right. So that's what I've looked at so far. And I would like you to tell me if this version is acceptable to you. Because if it is, I will move all that stuff over into this folder for you, so it's all in one place, and get it all in the same order. And then all you would have to do for me is add just a 1-sentence description or 2-sentence, this is your introduction to American government and civic engagement, and you will be learning why blah 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 blah. Just something very, very simple here. Let me know what you think. And then I'll move forward with getting everything ADA compliant and getting the formatting right, so that when you tell me which way you want to keep things, that you just let me know so I can move them if I need to. Does that make sense? Call me 919-548-3461 or email me at lknight@cccc.edu.